Well, hello friends. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. It is a beautiful sunny day in Berlin. Very cold outside and the sun is kind of pale, but I'll take that because it's a sign that sun still exists. My studio apartment is filled with beautiful daylight, but don't worry, we're gonna move to the darkest room of my studio to film a video in there, so you're welcome. Maybe you find this video entertaining, maybe you find it inspiring. We don't know about that, you decide, but hopefully you'll stick around, so let's go. Welcome to my bathroom, people. The lighting is very bad in here. If you have watched any of my videos before, then you definitely know this. This is what we're working with. I'm even trying to make a pathetic attempt, what I believe is a pathetic attempt at achieving a little bit more light in here, but please bear with me. My goal today is to fix this. This bathroom is really small, doesn't have any windows, it's not exactly in the best shape. When I moved in here, the situation was bad. I mean, it was bad. Tried my very best and I tried to make it work for all of the time that I've been living here. This is probably my least favorite room of the entire apartment. Actually, it is a very close competition with the kitchen and the horrendous floral tiling situation that's going on in there. At least the kitchen has a window. This is my trusty shelving from IKEA. It's plastic, I know, probably not the smartest choice or the most aesthetic choice, but it was very cheap at the time. I was working again with a very low budget and she was only €9 at the time. So, I mean, she has been serving the purpose for 5 years at this point so well. She is robust, she is not an eyesore, and she is functional. And she creates storage in a very limited space. This allows me to have all of the products that I use, that I need, a couple of extras. The only thing is that things got a little messy over the years, especially lately, because as you can see, like, things have been expanding to the top of my washing machine, which is not super functional because whenever I need to wash my clothes and use the washing machine, I need to move stuff around and it's just a mess. I really want to sort through these things and make sure that there's nothing that is a waste of space. So I want to create space for the things that I actually use, sort through the things, see what's in here, and create some sort of organization. The ways in which I'm going to achieve this is through a few steps. Number one, we're going to empty the heck out of the shelving. Since I'm not cleaning this on a regular basis when I clean my bathroom, yes, I'm a little ashamed of admitting that, but we're gonna spill the tea today, I guess. This might probably be a little dusty, so that's also why I'm doing that. Not only so I can see all the products, but also so in that way I can clean this thoroughly. So that is step number two. We're going to proceed with the cleaning of this poor shelving unit because she definitely needs that. Step number three, we're going to sort through the products, see what is expired, what can be repurposed to something else. We're going to evaluate and see, and also, of course, we're going to clean the said products that I'm going to keep to make sure that they're not dusty and crusty. Number four, we're going to proceed to the reorganization of the shelf to make it look organized so things don't get lost whenever I look at this and I am confused and overwhelmed. And I'm going to try to achieve said organization by using these. Which, yes, these are plastic containers in which you buy fruits and vegetables in supermarkets, which might be a little odd as a choice, but to be honest, A, these are free. B, this is a sustainable way to create organization using things that I already have laying around. And C, these achieve the exact same function of those clear, fancy plastic containers that you buy in stores. Yeah. I mean, these only have the function of separating things, creating organization and a little bit of, order, and also preventing a few products from probably falling on top of each other, that kind of things. I wash these thoroughly, of course, so there's nothing gross in here. Let's get to work. From this perspective, you cannot see the level of dustiness that's in here, so that's a good thing. This might probably be the point where I just want to quit, but I won't be. The only excuse that I have for not finishing this today is because I have to leave and I have an appointment. I know for a fact that once I will be done, I'm gonna be feeling better. So, yay to me. The little shelving thing is dust free. I'm going to clean one more time using a, what is this called? Sponge? No, this is not a sponge. This is like a lappen. I can't think of the English word right now, I'm sorry. And natural cleaning product, just to get rid of any eventual residue, because sometimes, you know, bathroom products can get a little sticky or whatever. So just to be sure. All right, folks, now that my little precious shelving unit is squeaky clean, we can proceed with the next step, which is probably the longest one, but also, I guess, the fun one, because I'm going to sort through every single little bit of crap that I currently have scattered here and there and evaluate. Is it something that I can repurpose? Is it something that has expired and has been here for way too long and hasn't been used? Is it something that I use? Yes. As I am evaluating, of course, I'm going to also clean the containers or the products if needed. But my first goal is to understand which are the things that are worth occupying space and which are the things that don't belong here. There is a lot of mess around me right now. You can only see a small part of it, but knowing me, this is probably no surprise to you. But if you watched any of my videos before, you know that things can be a little all over the place on this channel. It is what it is. The things that are expired, unfortunately, I don't like doing this, and I tend to use up the products as much as I can. I do not want to waste things ever, but when it comes to products that you have to use on your body, on yourself, you definitely don't want to use anything that's expired, because you never know how your skin or your body is going to react. Like, this is a prescription thing that my dermatologist gave me for, I know it sounds really gross, I had a fungus once and I needed to treat it. It has been there for a while, and stuff like this, especially like prescription medicinal things, makeup, cosmetics in general, you don't have to use them if they have been open for a while and they are way past their expiration date. Arnica gel that has been open for a while, and I have another one that works better, but you know, I don't use this very often, but sometimes I do, and so these things can expire. So these are going to be tossed away. I also have products, for instance, like the amount of liquid that's in here, it's something that's laughable, basically. I mean, I do have some stuff that I use sometimes when traveling, so I need smaller containers, and these things occupy space. And I want to create a little tray or a little separate container where I can put these things that I can actually use up in a matter of a couple of days. So they're out of sight, I don't have to worry about them, and I don't need to put them back on the shelf and waste precious storage space. It's just, sometimes my brain procrastinates things and chooses to ignore them, or to believe that I am ignoring them, but not on purpose, so that I don't have to deal with the problem. But now we're dealing with the problem, because that's who we are this year. We want to deal with problems. We are not procrastinating anything. I also have the weirdest shit like in this bathroom. I have flax seeds from years ago when I wanted to make my own flaxseed gel for my hair. If I keep stuff like this in my bathroom, I'll forget about it. Or at least like they were tucked away on the lowest shelf, like in the corner. I forget about these things. As much as I care about the environment, I cannot be bothered any longer to be doing a lot of my products DIY. It's very time consuming. And as a person with a chronic illness, I cannot do this. It's kind of like when I was doing my own laundry detergent, it would take me an hour just to grate the soap so that I would have enough product for it that would last me like a month. Crusty shea butter from back when I was making my own deodorant, which by the way, I no longer make because I started getting rashes after years. And so I had to find an alternative. Luckily, the drugstore saved my life and made a very similar product that doesn't make me stink. But I don't have to make my own deodorant any longer. This jar of coffee. Yes, this is coffee powder, my friends. I wanted to repurpose this coffee powder. I didn't like this coffee. I wanted to use it up as a body scrub. This has been sitting here for years because I forget about these things. It's impractical to use a container that I could repurpose for something, but it's empty. I washed it thoroughly and it's been sitting here. What am I gonna do? The most random fact about me. This used to be my pencil case in high school. I still have it and now it houses my epilator. Super random, but it's been like that for at least the last decade and I intend to keep it that way. Let's separate the stuff that can be recycled from the stuff that cannot be recycled. She's a keeper. This has been discontinued. The solid shampoo section at the drugstore has become significantly smaller to the point where now it's tiny. And so I don't know what happened. Probably sustainability is no longer a trend, so people don't care anymore. I don't know, but I am hanging on to these two for when I travel as if they were made of gold because this was a good shampoo. I definitely am someone that likes to get products and to stock up on things that I know that I will be using and loving. Ew, this is gross. Okay, what happened here? Oh, ew, I don't want to know. Something spilled, I think. Well, hello there. I look very shiny. Welcome back to my bathroom. It is day 2 of this madness, but to be completely fair, it is not a madness anymore. We're starting to see a light at the end of this tunnel. I'm happy to report I have already started off camera to fit a few things back onto the unit, and I have already created a little handy dandy tray of things that I want to use up quickly and soon. My goal today is to get all this random crap off of the floor because my cat had a feast this morning in here, sniffing around everything, but clearly this cannot be a long-lasting situation, so we're gonna take care of this. As you can see, I've decided to put things on the shelf without the label or the branding showing. If you don't read any brands and you just see a sleeker situation, it's better, at least in my weird brain, because I'm still able to recognize what these things are. right, folks, I think we got a final verdict and the operation was successful. After a lot of Tetrising, because you really have to take a lot of time to kind of like organize things in a way that makes sense, that is easy for you to find and to see, and that doesn't look messy. Space is very limited, but somehow we managed. This is the little tray I was talking about. So here I got random things that I really want to use up as quickly as possible because these no longer have a space right in there. So I'm going to clean my bathroom after this, and I'm going to leave this on my sink where I can see it. So I am motivated to use these things ASAP. I mean, look at that. It's clear, it's organized, it is beautiful. It no longer looks like a tornado came. I am so pleased with myself and with the result. Let me show you a close-up. And yes, I'm keeping the cat ears until the end of this video.
Now that I'm looking at the footage, it still looks a little messy to the untrained eye because of the camera angles. But to be fair, when you have a small bathroom, you don't really have a wide choice of camera angles, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. I have successfully decluttered and organized, and I'm very pleased with the result. Mission accomplished.
Doesn't all of this look gorgeous? I think it does. I know haters are gonna hate anyways, but I don't care. I'm a happy camper. As long as I'm able to see everything, to know exactly what I have, to store my extras with a criteria and no longer like jamming things wherever I find some space. I mean, for me, it's a huge accomplishment. Also, the fact that I no longer have to store the extra toilet paper somewhere else, for me, it's already a huge achievement. I can have the extra toilet paper rolls close to the toilet in that little bag, so they're nice and hidden and organized, but the rest of the rolls are down there, which is something that I wasn't able to do before. I'm going to clean my bathroom and enjoy a clutter-free, organized, and clean bathroom. I hope this gives you inspiration to tackle something in your home, whether that is decluttering or a little bit of cleaning or a little bit of reorganizing and moving things around and stuff like that. I hope this gives you the vibes that you need to tackle this task. If you have enjoyed this video, you know the drill. You can like it, give it a comment. You can subscribe to my channel if you still haven't. I guess I will see you very soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.